8R versus 10R. What's the difference? This is actually such a difficult thing to get your head around and to figure out when you're trying to make an online purchase of a wig. I totally understand. It's really easy to discern between blonde and brunette, but once you decide on, a sort of area that you want to focus in on, whether it's a blonde, whether it's a medium brunette, whether it's a light brunette, whether it's a strawberry blonde, you have to kind of really look at those key differences to see which one's going to suit you the best. So I happen to have on hand here Sizzle in 2 different colors. The first one is the 8R, which I already owned, and the second one here is the 10R. So we're going to take a look at the differences between the two. By the way, my name is Ashley. Welcome to Life Beyond Locks. I'm going to try to keep this one really short because we're going to focus solely on the color differences rather than the style, which you'll see as I'm wearing the piece anyways. So on the whole, my conclusions, because I've already kind of scrutinized these, I'm in front of, beside a window right now, and I went to the darker corner of the room and kind of scrutinized the colors. And what I'm noticing is, like, at first glance, they actually appear fairly similar. But once you look more closely, I think that the 8 is a lot more of a rich color, I would say. Even though both do have dimension in them, this one to me just has that depth to it, whereas this color to me looks a little bit more flat. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It just is more, there is dimension, but it appears at first glance more one-dimensional than this one does. So here's the 10. We'll start by talking about it. So it is like a 10 base overall. So it's a lot lighter. However, it has these little pieces all the way through it that are very subtly in there. I missed them at first glance. I'm not wearing my glasses and I didn't notice them until I really scrutinized the color. But there are these little strands, I don't know if you can see them, of, oh, there's one, if I can hold still enough. Do you see that right there? And it's almost like a platinum blonde or a white. I'm not sure what it is. And I've noticed increasingly, I've been noticing it in different synthetic brands, that they have this almost to like break things up, but I missed it in pretty much every wig that I owned before I started. Like, once I started to see it, I couldn't unsee it. So a lot of companies do this. So it's almost like a white or a platinum blonde all the way through there, but it's subtle. So on the whole, this really does look like a solid color. This piece here, let me do a little side by side of the two of them. This piece here has almost like the 10 base, okay, all the way through. There's no shaded root or anything like that. You've got the 10 all the way through, but then the lighter pieces of, did I just say the 10 all the way through? You have the 8 all the way through, okay? No rooting, but the lighter pieces actually appear to be almost the same color as the 10. So the highlights of the 8 are the light overall color, the overall color of the 10. So it's like, it's a good dimensional piece. Like, if you have parts of you that are lighter, but you want to go overall darker, this is going to be the one for you. So I'll throw on, what did I not wear yet? I haven't worn the 10, so I'll put the 10 on, but I just wanted to show you that. So I don't know if that's close enough for you to see. See how those highlights are almost the same color as this one overall? So more dimension, more flat. I would say this one pulls, initially I thought it pulled more ashy, but I would say this one actually pulls more warm overall, and this one's pulling more ashy overall. And I'll turn off this light for a second. I have it on because the light's coming from the side of the room. See there, they look almost more similar, right? And then when I put on the proper light, the studio light, you can see that there's clearly a difference between them. So this is going to have a side part because it's out of the box, whereas my initial one, I had already moved the part around to my liking. But it does come with a side part with a full monofilament top, so you can play around with it and have fun. So here we go. This is the 10, so the lighter color overall. Still very beautiful though. Like I said, maybe less dimension, but I still think it looks absolutely gorgeous. And it's still overall pretty dark, right? With my dark eyebrows, it doesn't look too light. So hopefully that helps. Again, this is Sizzle if you're interested in this style. It's very pretty, very pretty. Let me know if you have other color comparisons that you'd like to see in a future video, and I'll do my best to get my hands on those colors for you to see from whatever brand that you're interested in. And if you have more questions about hair loss, wigs, toppers, drop them below. I'm happy to help. Thank you for being here.